everyone, welcome back to my channel for the love of glitter. I am Anna Crossland. Today I'm doing a wear test review. The foundation we're doing the test on is Rimmel's newest foundation. It's called Lasting Finish 25-Hour Breathable Long Wear Foundation. So I found this at Target for $6.99. I do believe that this might be a new reformulation because I know this has existed for a while. I almost think that this has been reformulated, this might be the second time. I don't know because I remember using it in a plastic squeezy tube, and then the one before this has a red cap in kind of the same type of packaging, so correct me if I'm wrong, but it could be. So anyways, I found it at Target for $6.99 and you get 1 fluid ounce. The cool thing about this is it does have sunscreen, has SPF 20, which is always awesome. So it does say that it's high definition finish and medium coverage. And my color is in 200 Soft Beige. Something that I really liked about this is you can see the expiration right at the top and it's nice and big for you to see. And I feel like a lot of makeup products don't do that. Either you always have to kind of really search for it. But this expires in August 2019, which I will definitely use before then because I go through foundation like crazy. So, I mean, that's just kind of a cool added perk. This foundation claims to be lightweight skin perfecting foundation with medium coverage. It says it's breathable skin technology that moisturizes up to 25 hours. And then it also says it has SPF of 20. So I have you guys super zoomed in. As you can see, I have horrible acne right now. I have always been prone to cystic acne breakouts. I've been on every medicine under the sun. But this specific breakout is because of giving birth. My skin went completely horrible after giving birth. Normally I have it pretty under control, but everything that I normally use is not working. And I also can't take medicine right now because I'm breastfeeding. So it really stinks, but I think it'll be good for this video because you'll be able to see how good the coverage is or isn't for this foundation. It has this really huge concealer applicator, which I think is cool. Some people might not like it because people talk about cleanliness and all that. I feel like we use concealers on sticks, so I don't know. Usually your face is pretty clean, so I have no idea what this is going to be like. It does smell just like their other foundations. It's kind of a hard scent to describe, but it's kind of perfumey, so if that bothers you, you might not like that. So we're gonna, I don't know how much to put on, probably a lot because I have a lot going on my face. So this is just one dab. See, look, all down my neck. That is not normal for me at all. I hope I bought the right color. This is in the shade, what shade are you? Soft Beige. Soft Beige. So I dipped it back in again. So let's see. I know that I've used Rimmel foundations before and I liked it. So we'll see. I feel like this one's, I don't know. It's always tricky finding your right, I'm taking my Real Techniques right color. I always try to compare it to a shade that I know works for me. Okay, so as you can see, it's kind of evening out the color, but it's not completely covering it, so it's just kind of making it a little bit lighter and less of a red and more of a pink. The only reason why I didn't go the shade lighter than this is because it looked really orangey. But yeah, I would definitely have to add more to cover this up. So I will probably try that, but let's go on to this. But so here's what we were looking at before and here's after. So I'd say it's pretty medium coverage because it did take away a lot of the redness, even though you can still see all my blemishes. But I mean, this is really extreme right now. So on someone who has normal breakouts right now, you would have better luck, but I would probably say medium coverage. I mean, my skin is the worst. I do like that you can bring that right in your nose line. That sounds weird because sometimes that area is pretty hard to get to. So here is with one layer. I think it's okay. I would be fine. There's really no covering this up completely. I just kind of have to deal with it, which really stinks. I Trust me, like, it's not fun dealing with it at all. but like for just like daily wear, I'd just wear this because I don't, you can still see it. So, but we'll for the sake of this video, we'll try covering up some of those spots so we can see if it is buildable. So let's see how the coverage does. I do really like the finish though. It doesn't seem like too cakey. And I personally like this smell, and it kind of like brings me back to when I first started like getting into makeup and YouTube, because like I said, I used the original foundation of this, so I like the smell, but some other people would probably hate it. I'm really weird like that though. I really like scents and stuff. Yeah. Okay, I just noticed there's something on my shirt. The life of being a new mom. Okay, so my actual camera just died, but I'm going to be doing my updates on my phone anyways. So I finished putting the foundation on. As you can see, still didn't get to maximum coverage. I can still see through my face, so I'd definitely say it's medium, but it is buildable, but I don't think it's buildable to become maximum full coverage. Okay guys, so I finished putting on the rest of my makeup, and I feel like everything went on top of it really nicely. It does look really smooth, which I like. So I didn't powder my face so you can see how it holds up on its own. I also am not wearing any primer. I did powder underneath my eyes though, but like around these areas we will see how it does. I did try adding a little bit more just to really see if you could build it up, and there's just no way you can build it up to full maximum coverage, but it did add a little bit more. Look how horrible my neck is. I mean, that's just horrible. I can't wait to get this problem solved, but for the kids. But yeah, so here is with the rest of my makeup on, and I think it looks pretty nice. The color, you can clearly see the difference. I'm really pale because it's been winter time, so we haven't seen a sun and we haven't been outside, so that's just life. And like I said, if I went with the color lighter than this, I feel like it would have been too orangey, so the shade range with this might not be like the best, but it's kind of like most foundations where you can usually kind of work it out. Like I probably would add more bronzer to my chest, but yeah, so far like the coverage though is something that I would wear on a daily basis, but it's not something that I would wear to a special event. Like if I was getting married, I wouldn't wear this, or if I was going to prom, I wouldn't wear this. But for daily wear based off coverage, it is something, it's the kind of coverage for every day that I do like. So now it is 9:56 and I'll update you guys in a little bit. Everything applied on top of it nicely. It didn't like, it wasn't too tacky that things like felt like it was getting like muddy or stuck. So that is definitely good. But I'll check back with you guys in a little bit. I can't really say when because it's kind of based around Declan's schedule whenever Declan wants to wake up because he's a 2-month-old. So, which I hear him grunting right now, but sometimes he does that in his sleep. Alright, so I'll see you guys soon. Okay guys, so it is 11:32 and it is close to 2 hours. I'm in natural light right now, so it might look a little bit different, but I'll give you a good idea of different lightings. Declan just finished eating and he's really tired and grumpy. He just so yeah, that is something. I give him lots of kisses on his head, so I feel like around my mouth and chin should be fading the fastest. All I've been doing is like cleaning his bottles. I fed him, tried laying down to take a nap because last night was really rough, but did not get to do that. But I was laying down, so some of it might have transferred. It has oxidized a little bit, especially around the sides of my chin. I don't know if you can tell, like right there. And it is starting to break down a tiny bit, like around my nose and around where all my texture is, where all my pimples are. So that is something to keep in mind, but it still does, other than those specific areas, look pretty smooth. Again, this is like in natural lighting, so you can see everything. You can see the coverage. what it would look like. Declan's getting mad. So I will check back with you guys in just a little bit, but so far, I mean, it's not doing too terrible. So it is now 1:35, so going on almost 4 hours. Declan is trying to talk. He's smiling. He sounds grumpy, but he's smiling. He's happy. So you'll hear him in the background for this one. It is fading off the tip of my nose and on my chin. I feel like on my neck too, but Declan does like to stick his face in my neck and just swipe it back and forth like this when he gets tired. So I'm thinking that doesn't help the case. So if you don't like touch your face as much, it probably would have held up a little bit better. So if you don't have like a kid that's always rubbing up against your face, or you don't touch your face too much, it probably would have held up a little bit better. But I do have a little 2-month-old rubbing back and forth his hands, his face, so that probably contributes it, because I feel like on my forehead it has lasted pretty. Now Squirt's mad. I feel like on my forehead it has lasted pretty darn well. So I'll check back with you guys probably like one more time, because I feel like after 6, 7, 8 hours, that'll be kind of equivalent to at least a work day, so you could see if this is like a foundation that would last for you for at least at work or school. So I will get back to you guys. Oh, and I found out what this was. One day I was eating chocolate ice cream and I cannot fail. Now Squirt's talking too. I cannot fail to not drop something on myself. So it's stained because this has been washed. So I'm going to have to put an OxyClean or something because I just look like a slob. But oh well. Story of my life. Just can't help it. Alright, so I'll see you guys soon. I feel really stupid. I forgot to do an update. But my nose, it's pretty much all gone. It's 7:30 at night, so it's been on for a really long time, but it's supposed to last 24 hours, remember? You can totally tell it's pink. Here. Chin, it's like gone. So these main areas. Again, Declan rubs a lot against my face. Going on 11 hours. So to me, like for the work day, it would have been just fine, but I don't think it lives up to lasting 25 hours. I don't. Sorry. Alright, so things that I love about this foundation. First of all, the price point is amazing. $6.99 is really good for drugstore, especially like that's kind of what drugstore foundation prices used to be, and I feel like they're slowly going up there in price. Normally, new foundations retail anywhere from like $10 to $13, so I think $6.99 is a really great, reasonable price. I really like that it has an SPF of 20 in it because I like to have sunscreen in my foundation in case my moisturizer does not have sunscreen in it, because it's always good to protect your skin, and obviously if you use sunscreen on your face, it's going to help prevent from sunspots and wrinkles. I absolutely love the applicator because it's easy to get like by your nose and under your eyes. It's just really easy. I actually really enjoy this applicator. Some people won't like it because they think that it's contaminating things, which I get, but at the same time I feel like we do the same thing with our concealers, so I wish that it had better coverage, but it already claims on here that it's medium coverage, so it tells us, so I couldn't expect it to be high full-blown coverage when it tells me it's a medium coverage foundation. But to be the perfect foundation for me, I would have liked it to have a little bit more coverage. Lasting 25 hours, obviously it's not going to last 25 hours. I think like you'd still have a pretty much good overall look, except for in certain areas where it starts to break down. This is something that I would wear to work or wear to run errands or just for everyday wear, but for special events it's not something that I would go towards. It's also not something that I would go towards if I'm going to be outside, even though it does have the SPF in there, just because or if I like want my makeup to last and I'm outside. So if I'm going to be outside for like some type of event, or if I'm going to go swimming and I want my makeup to last, this is not the foundation I'm going to choose. Actually, Revlon Color Stay lasts so much longer on me. I can go swimming with it and it stays on. It's pretty much amazing, and like it doesn't budge. Kind of like the Estee Lauder Double Wear that also like doesn't budge. So those to me are true long-lasting foundations. This lasts pretty much, this lasts basically as long as all my other foundations do, except for my really crappy ones. But for most, I feel like the lasting time on this is pretty average. So you'd get like a good work day out of it, and then it, you know, starts separating, but you don't really care because it's the end of the day type of thing. So that to me is a con though, because it does claim to last 25 hours, but on the bag it says moisturizes for up to 25 hours. So I do like it. I don't hate it. I don't feel like I wasted my money. Let me know what your thoughts are if you're going to get this, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thank you so much for checking out my channel, and I hope you guys all truly have a great day.